What's going on, guys? Well, Blandon. I'm really confused. I'm confused why the external fees with Uber and Lyft, but Lyft is the one that came out and said, yeah, we're going to guarantee you your wage of 70% after external fees. Call me crazy, but I believe when Uber started, because obviously Uber was first, it was 80% for the driver, 20% for the company. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was 80% the driver pay, the 20%, all the external fees came out of that 20%. As it should. You should not be taking external insurance when we already have to pay insurance. Some of us have fleet insurance. Some of us have commercial insurance. Uber and Lyft is crying about insurance is getting high. It's getting high for us too. But seeing how you do none of the work, why are we paying an additional external fee? All the external fees should be on Uber and Lyft, and then they pay the driver not even 80%, guys. That's the crazy part. We don't even have to go to 80%. If we truly got 70% of the total fare, regardless of external fees, that means Uber and Lyft should take their external fees out of their own 30%. It makes sense. It's fair for everybody. I simply don't understand why are we paying external fees when the passenger should be paying the external fees. Make it make sense. The passenger is requesting a service. Uber and Lyft is just the middleman. They're not doing any work. They're not providing the car, the transportation. They are providing their own insurance, but that's the cost of doing business. You shouldn't take that out of our cut. And I posted a short recently on my Nice Guy Driver channel with David Risher talking about the 70% after external fees, which basically equates to about 50%. It's a crafty way of wording it so new drivers are confused. Why are they doing this? And why do they always promote new drivers? And I'm going to tell you why. It's very simple. New drivers don't know the old way we got paid. Therefore, they don't care about old drivers. My neighbor particularly, he has this thing where he goes on a tangent about, oh, I've been driving for Uber and Lyft for 7 years. So what does that mean? I've been driving for 5. They don't care. They don't care if you've been driving for 7 years. They can easily replace you with 3 new drivers that will take everything, except maybe someplace crazy like Connecticut to New York. Some of them will take those, but there's a few people that won't go out of state. But they'll take every bad offer you could throw at them, including $3 offers, right here in Connecticut. I no longer will take anything less than $4. And I know some of you are going to be like, well, I wouldn't even take $4. If I didn't take the $4 offers, I would get nothing. I would maybe get 3 to 4 good offers a day. So I do take $4, $5, $6 offers that are really close. You know, a few minutes of my time. But I swear to you guys, I got an offer for $3.95, and it probably was a total of 6-minute trip, 3 minutes to pick up, maybe 3 or 4 minutes to drop off. I won't take them because I want to send a message to the apps that we're no longer taking these super low offers. I know 4 is still low, but I kind of got to draw the line somewhere because I want to get some offers. You know, particularly on Lyft, they want to give me these. Well, Uber does it too. They'll give me these offers that are very close to $4, but they refuse to give you $4. It's like $4.98. Even if it's $4.99, guys, I will not take it because I'm trying to send the algorithm a message. Stop sending me stuff under $4. And for the most part, I'm not sure because you know how the algorithm is, but I believe it's starting to work because I'm getting less and less of those. And on average, I noticed those same short trips, they're giving me like $4.01. So I think the algorithm's starting to work in my favor. And I'm getting a lot of people saying there's no algorithm for the drivers. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Of course there is. If there's no algorithm for drivers, we all get the same exact offer for the same exact distance. There is an algorithm, and it's designed to pick out the driver that's going to take the suckiest offer. So I don't know where these people are coming from to be like, yeah, there is no algorithm for drivers. I don't know where they're getting this information. I believe pretty much Dara, he won't flat out say there's an algorithm for drivers in that manner, but we could pretty much gather there is. And I can see drivers are tolerating less this year. The strikes, I believe, are starting to work, but you got to hammer them strike after strike after strike, which is not only time consuming, but it costs money, guys. Passengers are like, oh, just protest. Protests cost money. Flyers cost money. Media press costs money. Even to get the word out costs drivers money that we really don't have. But we are in the fight. But it's just funny how, you know, you'll get a comment and you know they're just a passenger, they're not a driver. And they'll say something, why don't you guys just protest? Why don't you stop driving? I'll tell you why I haven't stopped completely driving. The flexibility. The minute I have a side gig with the same flexibility that pays even a little better than Uber or Lyft, I'm gone. I'm gone. And I'm sure a lot of you drivers will be right behind me because the way they're paying drivers is for the birds. And it hasn't gotten better. With David Risher coming out and saying, oh, we'll guarantee you 70%, that's for new drivers. That's new driver press. That's not old driver press. That's not experienced driver press. I shouldn't say old, but experienced driver press. So it's not for me because the minute he said drivers are guaranteed 70%, I knew it wasn't a lie, but I knew there was something he's leaving out. And what is he leaving out? He's leaving out the fact that the external fees come out before they give us 70%, which equates to Sergio on the nice guy, not the nice guy, Sergio from I can't think of the name of their show right now. I'm drawing a blank. But the rideshare guy, Show Me the Money Club. Show Me the Money Club. Sergio from Show Me the Money Club. They've already proven that the 70% is really about, it's going to equate to about 50%. But in some cases, it's going to be less. And I think what Lyft's trying to say is they'll give you the money, the difference back later. What? I'm confused by that. Why are you not giving me up front? Why do you got to like balance it out later? And I think Show Me the Money Club was talking about that, and they still are shaving like $1 or $2 with that guarantee. So it's not even like 75%. It's more like anywhere from 60 to 68%. which is gonna really equate to less than 50%. If you're talking about after external fees and everything, you're talking a $10 ride, you're getting $4. You're not even getting $5 because it's after external fees. So even a $10 ride, they're right off the top, they're taking $1 to $2, and then Lyft saying that they're taking whatever's left at that point. So I don't foresee any way they spin it. They're never going to pay the drivers better. I've come to that reality. I've come to that reality. I give up. And giving up for me is going to look for something else. Now, what I've been looking at lately is courier business and medical transportation, which they do involve licenses and stuff, but the same thing is going private for Uber and Lyft. But here's the difference. If you pay the money and spend the money to become a licensed courier, you're more likely to make double of what you make out here as a rideshare driver, even for short trips. That's why it's worth it. So I'm not telling none of these drivers to go private, but even people going private for Uber and Lyft, maybe not now, because they have improved the deactivation stuff. I will say that on both sides, Uber and Lyft, they're not deactivating people as easy as they used to, but they're still doing it. They're still deactivating people. It's just, it's a little bit harder. It's not going to be a quick, oh, your driver's swerving off the road, he looked drunk, and they're just automatically deactivating. No, there'll be some escalation. You might have to argue with a bot for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is, before you get a person. So I will say they're probably getting better on that. But the pay, I don't believe it's ever going to get better. Ever. And David Risher, go back and watch that video, that short that I did with David Risher, saying he's talking about he'll guarantee the 70% going forward, because it's not 70%. It's after external fees. Drivers, give us 70%. You take 30, and you take all external fees out of your 30, and then I will only drive for Lyft. I'm making that on public record for everybody who's listening. If David Risher pays all the drivers 70% after before external fees, sorry. So pay the driver 70% before external fees. You take all the external fees, insurance and everything out of your $30, I will exclusively drive for Lyft. I will quit driving for Uber. Because I gotta tell you guys, all the other features on Lyft, I like. I like the area filter. I like we can see where we're going now. You know, although I do hate the scheduled trips. They're not letting you see where the drop-off is on the scheduled trips. I don't like that. But everything else I like. I like they are trying to pretend they're being more transparent than Uber. Even with the 70% crap, they're showing you a lot more. They're giving you a lot more flexibility. But that's the only thing that bothers me. If you want us to exclusively drive for Lyft, you gotta pay us 70% before external fees. And I'm sure all of you will agree. If you agree, disagree, let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it, because this is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. And Uber, they have so many drivers. Like, I can't even say it's my area. It's everywhere in Connecticut. There's so many Uber drivers. I can't say that about Lyft, but there's a lot of Uber drivers to the point where we are beyond saturated. And now I realize why we're saturated is because new drivers They're not dumb. They're just uninformed because they don't know what the pay is to be. So they'll take the $3 offers. Hit me in the comments. Let me know how you feel. I'm just fed up. It's starting to get busier now, but yet the percentage we're getting paid is the same. It's the same, David Risher. It hasn't changed. Hit me in the comments. Subscribe, like, comment. I apologize if I went off on a tangent, but it's just frustrating that there's so much money out here for everybody. And these companies, they can't even be honest about how much they're going to pay us. They got to spend it where, yeah, you're paying us 70%, but after external fees, it's not 70% in our mind. You know, I don't know what to say to you guys anymore. Like, this is getting crazy. Like, I don't even want to start my car if the trip is not profitable. And there's no challenges going on, at least not for me. No quests, very little surge. I got excited a few days ago because there was some surge. I don't know, guys. Let me know how you feel in the comments. I don't know what else to say. You know, this is quite honestly definitely my last year, and I'm gonna state it on record. This is my last year officially driving for Uber and Lyft on the basic platforms. I'm starting to think it's not even worth it to go private. I know the rideshare professor is pushing that. He wants everybody to go private, but we can't afford to go private. How can we afford to go private when there's no money in what we're doing? We have to leave. We have to leave the industry just to go make the money to buy a vehicle to go private. I'm done. That's my tangent for today, my rant. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Thank you.